bottom of the hour. Thanks for staying with The Real Story. So the FBI chasing down new leads now in the Hillary Clinton email investigation, and they are gathering new evidence. The New York Times, at the same time, is calling on lawmakers to shut down the House Benghazi committee, the very same committee that actually made the startling discovery about Clinton's private email arrangement. Monica Crowley, online opinion editor for The Washington Times, and Leslie Marshall, Fox News contributor and a syndicated radio talk show host, in studio today and not in California.
I know.
Great to have the two of you together.
Hi.
All right, so Monica, there's this call, here it is, New York Times editorial today, to shut down the Benghazi committee.
Yes.
But it's interesting to note that it was the Benghazi committee. That's why we know about the Hillary Clinton private server.
And that's why you have this editorial today from the New York Times, because all of these scandals have been generated by the investigation. We now know about the private email server. We now know about the various private email addresses, all stemming from their investigation. And so the left, and the icon of the left, of course, is the New York Times. They're now calling for a shutdown of the investigation, which obviously is not going to happen.
I mean, Leslie, it's the mainstream media, I guess, many times has been accused of being a mouthpiece for the left. Is this an example of that?
Well, I think it's not just a mouthpiece for the left. I think a lot of people, especially in light of McCarthy's remarks, are feeling like, look, you've had so many congressional committees, you've had so many hearings, and if you're truly on a truth-finding mission, why haven't you found the truth yet? This is taking a lot of time, costing a lot of taxpayer money. We haven't found a smoking gun. We haven't found any evidence of a cover-up, a conspiracy leading back to Hillary Clinton or the president. Enough is enough. Let's move on. You do have the information about the email in the server. FBI is doing an investigation and being thorough.
But just real quickly,
information without the Benghazi committee, and the reason there is no smoking gun yet is because obviously she deleted so much of the.
Well, she's going to be testifying October 22nd. So could that change the picture, Monica?
Well, and that's why they're going forward with the committee. Yes, yes. I think depending on what she says to this committee, which will be sworn testimony under oath, remember that they're gathering information from a lot of different people, which they need to corroborate. And so, look, there's the danger of a perjury trap for her because, again, she will be under oath. There are all kinds of dangers for her moving forward here. But obviously, they haven't gotten the truth yet because every day we're getting more information.
I was just going to add that Trey Gowdy just told our own Ed Henry in The Real Story just a couple of minutes ago that they have thousands of pieces of new evidence. So we'll have to wait and see what happens on the 22nd. In the meantime, there's a new ad campaign pushing for VP Joe Biden to get into the race.
By focusing on my sons, I found my redemption. Many people have gone through things like that. My dad's definition of success is when you look at your son and daughter and realize they turned out better than you. And they did.
This is pretty flashy, Leslie. This PAC really wants him to get in, should he?
Well, the reason everybody wanted, Joe Biden at first was they thought, oh, God, Hillary's sinking. Look at her poll numbers. And we don't feel that Bernie Sanders can win in a general election because he is a self-proclaimed socialist. This is touching. Look, I'm almost crying just in the few seconds there watching that. But right now, the latest 3 national polls show that she has a larger lead. She still has a double-digit lead over Senator Sanders. And with the exception of Vermont, she's now leading by 11% in Iowa. I think she's doing pretty well. So I don't think people should, flip out. And certainly there are people that don't want her, and they do prefer Joe Biden. Okay, and I think the draft Joe Biden folks are an example.
Well, about 2 months ago in my Washington Times column, I was the first one, as far as I know, to argue that Joe Biden would, in fact, get into this race. Because what I've been arguing is that on the Democratic side, there's only one person who matters, and that's Barack Obama. Barack Obama controls the White House, he controls the Democratic Party, and he is controlling this Democratic nominating process. So the only person who matters is the president, and what he wants, he does not want Hillary Clinton to be the Democratic nominee. He prefers his vice president, someone who will continue the Obama revolution, and also somebody who will not investigate the last 8 years.
Okay, very interesting and different takes. Yeah. Ladies, great to see you in person.
You too, thanks.
You too, Chris.